Hello, guys. Welcome to the Loud Boys podcast, and I'm your host, Atino Masal. This week's episode of the Loud Boys podcast, we are hosting an amazing lady. Her name is Liboi. If you haven't heard of Liboi, I don't know which part of Kenya you're living in. I don't know. So, Liboi, I met you at a workshop.
Yes.
Yeah, I met her at a workshop, and just listening to her sing and how her sound is so good, and I feel like I just had to bring her here. So the Loud Voice podcasters, I want you to give us a drum roll for Liboi. So yeah, Liboi, welcome to the Loud Voice podcast.
Thank you so much.
I'll be happy to host you.
It's nice to be here. Thank you for the invite.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
It's really nice
So Liboi, the Loud Voice podcast is a podcast that highlights people's stories, like your journey to becoming who you are today. Maybe as a creative, as a champion for human rights and stuff like that. Everyone has a story that brought them to who they are now.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, and
we keep having stories.
Yeah. Stories keep coming and whatever, and So I want that major story. Yeah, I know there are other background stories, but that major story that made Boy. Before the story, just introduce yourself and tell
I'll
us
try to make it short.
Yeah.
So Liboi is a singer-songwriter based in Nairobi, Kenya, who does African contemporary music. For watu wa dini, layman's language, Afrofusion. But it's a little bit of that. I'm just fusing it with some popular African genres. Yeah. And I focus on, telling the human experience to better the well-being of human beings. Yeah. So I mostly focus on mental wellness. I focus on social injustices, culture, women, the marginalized, basically, the marginalized. So I do highlight those experiences through my music. Yeah. And how I started. Was that what you're going to ask?
No, what I wanted to ask you is, I realized, I know you have not heard it, but your music kind of sounds like it's from the coastal area. And I don't know how it's connected, because you said you're from Nairobi. So tell us the connection.
So me, my parents, ninatoka Western Butere. But then I live in Nairobi, Utawala. And I've lived in Nairobi almost all my life. And before now, my music became what it is now. I used to do music in Luya, Luo, Kikuyu, different languages. I would write in Swahili or English, and then I'd ask a friend or family member to translate it for me. But again, it just went back to who I am and what I really want and how I want to express myself. So I decided to, you know what, Kiswahili is a language that if you give me a pen and paper, if I'm to write something, itatoka naturally in Swahili. I don't know, it's not like I speak Swahili. It's the spirits.
The talking now, the Sanifu part and the talking.
Exactly, it's different. It's very different. And then it just goes back to me, I'm Kenyan, and I feel like in Kenya, Swahili is our first language, it's the national language. And then now there is English, But I think, and again, it goes back to me keeping it African and cultural, giving the cultural experience,
authentic.
So, and it's authentic. So I've never lived in Coastal, although I've visited Coastal so many times.
No, someone meeting you from your fashion sense.
Not today. Today
a workshop. Okay, just going through your social media. I mean, before I invited you, before you invite someone to your show, you have to research.
You show up looking at this person and you just research.
I know. So just going through your Instagram, I realized from your fashion sense to how you speak, it's localized. What needed that? In a car Costarian. And
I am a local girl, and growing up, I'm a local girl, but your girl is also international. But growing up, my dad was a DJ, and he would play loud music in the house every single day. every single day. If he was not preparing for an event, he would just do it because I mean that's what he knew how to do best at that point in time. So he used to play a lot of these traditional songs. Songs mob za Costo, songs mob za Oliver Mtukudzi, songs mob za Miriam Makeba. Like you see, it's those cultural music zenye ziko really really rooted. When you listen to some, you just feel like guy niko kwa traditional experience ama journey flani. And I think that impacted me in a very huge way. I didn't know at that point in time, but then now as I did art more, and even now mpaka sai, na feel there is a lot of me that I think I got from my dad and his influence in music. So listening to those kind of music, my dad really support Ali. Before that, he was against me doing music. He was like, "We're soma kwanza, and then you will do music."
Typical African parents.
Soma kwanza, and then music utafanya kama something else. Yeah. But then there was a time I think I went out. I did a show. And it paid me well, so I gave him money. That money was good inspiration.
You have to kind of what can I say, bribe African parents.
Exactly. So I bribed him without knowing. He went out, bought CD, the first album ya Sauti Sol Mwanzo, and then akakuja. And also Mwanzo, it was authentic. If you listen to Mwanzo ya Sauti Sol, they're still really really good.
They still are.
Yeah, they're still really really good. But Mwanzo, it just had a different feeling, and if you listen to it, you feel like, oh my, this is some Kenyan, music or some
like rooted
Kenyan culture. So my dad did that. That was how nakumbuka akini support mara ya kwanza. But how I got this sound, it's just basically listening to such kind of music. I love world music. I love traditional music. I love African music. But for me, it's just staying true to my roots, because there is so much happening in the world now, and it's very easy to lose yourself. But me, I just try to stay authentic and just remind myself and even other people of who we are. We shouldn't forget who we are.
I feel that so much because I keep on hearing people say, oh, play KE or whatever. We need something that is us, something authentic, something Kenyan. Because I'm seeing Kenyan artists, I'm not shading, but right now I'm listening to people trying to incorporate the Nigerian whatever Afrobeat, and some are trying amapiano, and I'm like, amapiano is already South African.
I know.
People know. So the moment you go there, you're losing who you are. And I'm just happy that you are embracing African whatever, Kenyan.
So I don't have a problem with people, having a taste of this and that. I mean, it's okay because even the world, it's evolving, but people should try as much as possible to not lose who they are. So even when we listen to, I don't know, student have an example, but if we listen to an artist who has sampled Afrobeat, Afro, that should be like aka by the way, like tutasikia pia ni kama kuna Afrobeat, but we should mainly hear your sound. Kenyan sound or Kenyan culture in it, and then ndio tuseme by then na pia kuna venye ina sound nikani Nigerian, but here we say this one sounds Nigerian, but kuna venye ina sound tena kapuka. So you see, people
Can I ask you something?
are kind of losing.
Do you think right now Kenyan music is not selling like that much? Okay. Compared to Tanzanian counterparts, Nigerians and South Africans. Do you think if we found our sound, the Kenyan sound, could sell more?
Definitely.
No,
definitely, because I think so there are people who have found the sound, but then they are not given airplay or because again your team play KE music, it's because even the media houses, the kind of music we were getting in the same, like there's a kind of music we're used to being fed that if it's not there, wase wana feel
even in the clubs,
some type of way. Exactly.
DJs have these songs that they have to play every weekend.
But there are so many people outside here with authentic music but never get it to, they don't get such airtime. It's me, I've had only once kwa matatus, my kind of music. Just once.
It's good.
That ends up to that tells you that we're not getting the play that we want, airplay that we need. Because again, media ikona power mob sana ya control music yenye wase wana consume. So if we give you good music, you'll hear good music, you'll inspire good music. But if we give you something bogus, takuwa tu ni hivyo tu mpaka mwisho. So yes, if we find our own sound and like we really stick to it, obviously tutachezwa kila mahali. Yeah.
So where has your music taken you so far?
Oh my.
Like your like out of this meaning you didn't ever think you could get there.
I have so many. I have so many. First of all, my music has given me some sort of inner peace. That is when it has taken me there to that level. To that level. Like anytime, there was a time I could play my music na nikisha record nikitoka hapo hata sitaki kusikiza that recording. And that music then was different now what I'm doing now. But now the music that I'm doing nikisikiza mimi mwenyewe na feel inanipeleka place nataka kufika. Cloud9.
This girl literally moved a whole room of people.
Cloud9. But now physically, wow, my God, it has taken me to heights that I never even thought of. I've had music tours in Spain, I've had music tours in Norway. I've gone to Italy recently this year for that. I have, I don't know, it has taken me to heights.
Kind of you've had people supporting you.
Yeah,
you can see that.
Nice. It has really taken me to heights. Even working with people that, all along you've been looking up to, but then music inakufikisha to the spaces where those people are.
And I believe that is what comes with being authentic and just having your sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
So I'm happy.
And being consistent.
Yeah. As much as you have your you have to keep on.
And
the
also,
more you do it, the
also
more you better yourself.
Is it the goal? The objective? Or like the why?
Why you're singing.
Yeah, why you're singing. Because for me, it was just to express myself. I grew up in Kariobangi North. Kariobangi North your time mimi mzee nimechanga miaka huko. But hizo siku Kariobangi North was it was nice, but so many things were bad. And also the media, the mainstream media back then, the stories they were covering, all of them zilikuwa tu mbaya. Sometimes something could happen in Dandora, but then the media would say it may happen in Kariobangi. So me, I felt like these people are not representing me well enough. I felt like even if they did, it was a wrong representation. So I was like, let me just do art let me just find my voice and express myself, and also express whatever it is that is going on in my community. So for me, that has been the objective. Just talk about the issues that are happening, because I can't pretend to unsee things. I can't pretend to not see things. Things are happening. So I'll be that voice then. If that mainstream media mpaka saiko, it is okay. Me, I'll just be that voice and express myself the best way I can.
Oh, that is nice. That is nice. And I just love the fact that it's your dad that needed you.
Yeah.
No, I listen to rumba, and when I meet people and they go through my playlist, and they're like, people have this notion that when a young girl is listening to rumba, then I want them. I know our fathers and our parents growing up, they had so much they on what to listen to. I could listen to rumba with my dad from morning till evening, and so it was stuck with me.
Good music, really good music.
Let you realize your journey.
You and I.
Yeah, so that is all we had today. And I'm
Thank
happy
you so much for having me
to come. Yeah.
Thank you. Anytime, next time you need it.
Next time tukikuja tena tukutafute. So by the way, before we nini, who have you collaborated with so far? And who are you hoping to collaborate with?
I have collaborated with Dofan. Dofan is a Kenyan poet. He did an album called From the Margins. It was highlighting, challenges that the marginalized are facing. And he worked with Nzolo, Lexas Mshairi. And he worked with Kikete, with Morade, with Karembo. All of these are poets. I was the only singer. And I've collaborated.
I've seen you with Drops of Melanin.
I have collaborated with Drops of Melanin. We met at a residency. And we went to Rome together. So we went and collaborated with even more artists from now Sweden, Italy, Turkey, Somali, different countries. So I've collaborated with so many artists. With Wakio Mzenge, she's an actor and voice artist from Kenya.
So who is your like the person you want to collaborate, and then you'll be like,
I wish to collaborate with a group called Kolinga. They're not Kenyans. Kenya Narudi.
I will get it.
Narudi. But Kolinga, they're from Congo. And I'd like to, even if it's just being his presence, even if it's just being in his, it is okay. Baba Man. Baba.
I don't know.
Yeah, Baba Mal did the scores for Wakanda. Yeah, the music for Wakanda. But now locally, I'd like to work with Anitaji. Jeez, my God, Papillon. Papillon is also, he's really dope. He's really dope. He's really dope. His music is very good. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to work with him.
Nice one.
Yeah.
We hope you do. Even wherever you are, this girl wants a collab. So yeah, like I said, that is all we had for today, and I'm happy you got to come to the podcast, to the Love Voice podcast. You're welcoming you next time.
It's been nice to be here.
Yeah. And at the back there, I have a new photographer, a new videographer. It was Sydney. So guys, that is all I had for you today, and this video will be out soon. Okay, yeah, soon. So guys, that is all we had, and from us this side, I would like to just tell you goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, let's see you next week, same time, same place.